What is going on, everybody? What's up? I'll give it a minute before some more people come on here to let some people in. What is up, Jackson? What's up, Cody? What's up, Craig? Yeah, the Panthers made people work for it last night. You know what a game that was. Probably one of their best wins of the year against a very good Dallas team who was hot. Dallas was on fire headed into that game, and to come back 3-0 on them is pretty good. Panthers are they got a bunch of dogs though. You know they're never out of it, and they're so tough, right? So a team has not scored more than 3 goals on the Panthers since like January 18th, almost 2 months. No team has scored over 3 goals. I believe only three teams have scored 3 goals against the Panthers in that time. And the Panthers have won all 3 of those games. So it's definitely a great win. Now, this morning, we're going to talk a little bit about the Players' Championship because we didn't do a preview show yesterday. Had some stuff going on, so we did not do a preview show. Well, we'll see if Wyndham Clark's good value when we look at these numbers. I'm going to share the screen now. I mean, I'm not voting against Scotty Scheffler, so I mean, not voting. I'm not betting against Scotty Scheffler, that's for sure. Especially here, a place he dominated last year, coming off a dominating win last week where he seemingly found his putter. This field is like pretty weak. I think they said this is the weakest field they've ever had. You know, just looking at the rankings, obviously, because the official world golf rankings are fake rankings. So, yeah. Let's take a look. Let me share the screen. Someone asked me if I could let them know what site this is. I'm not sure they want me to yet because it's still in beta. So I'll talk to them and I'll see if I'm allowed to give out the site. But look, I'm going to take Scotty. I'm taking Scotty Scheffler this weekend. What I told you guys last week was I liked Scotty Scheffler last week, but at plus 650, I wasn't going to take him. But I said, never bet the dead nuts favorite before the tournament begins, right? So just wait to see how Scotty started, and then bet him if he bogeys one of the first holes and he goes to plus 900. Well, somebody DM'd me on Sunday saying that they did just that. They took my advice. Scotty bogeyed a hole, bogeyed one of the holes early. He was 1 over, and the person got Scotty at plus 900. So they hit that in a total runaway. But Scotty Scheffler is the best golfer right now by far in the world, especially on the PGA Tour. The PGA Tour doesn't have that much depth right now at all. So Zach and Paige currently have the college basketball package. I'd say the golf is more about the futures, the pre-tournament bets and stuff. Daily, I would say I try to limit the matchups every day. The three ball to maybe 4 or 5 at the most, and then we'll have some round scores, right? So maybe 8 plays a day at the most. So I would not at plus 450. I would definitely wait till the tournament started and see how Scotty started. Or like I said, if Scotty has a late tee time and somebody else starts early and they start hot, his odds are going to get better. So let's see what the tee times are. I think also, guys, like 15 out of the last 17 players here have had an early, late tee time. So, so Scotty's teeing off at 140. So he's got a late tee time, but I don't really, that's a good trend and everything, but I don't really care about that trend. Plus 525 right now on Hard Rock. I would wait because Scotty's not teeing off until 1:40 p.m. Right? So say, for example, say Sam Burns starts out hot round 1. Say Sam Burns shoots a 5 under, right? 67. I think that Scotty's odds will go up a little bit, probably to plus 700, something like that. So I would wait. If you want to bet Scotty, just wait until the early wave goes. I haven't checked my Unity account, but I will say the Hard Rock's points system is very stupid for Hard Rock betting. If I don't get anything really, and I'm betting like a shit ton of money, what are other people getting? Probably nothing. I don't even get these $100 risk free. Like I don't even get those offers. So I like the Hard Rock Sportsbook. I don't like how I don't get any promotions really. Yeah, I mean on Saturday I got a free room at the Hard Rock at the Guitar Hotel. It's $1,200 a night, but it's whatever. I get comp rooms. I get comp meals, but that's from playing slots there. You have a no regret winner up to $100 for the Players Championship for an outright. I love Hideki at TPC. As a matter of fact, if you guys have been here long enough, you remember in 2020, the TPC COVID year, we had Hideki, I believe, 50-1 to be the first round leader. We hit that 50-1. And we cashed. We had a max play on low round under. We had low round max play under 65.5 or something. Hideki shot like a 65 4, I think it was, 8 under. We hit that, and we hit the round 1 leader in round 1. After that, the tournament was canceled. So we still cashed for that. That was a very that tournament sucked because I hit the first round leader and the max play in the first round, and it was canceled after the first round, and I had to give people a free tournament after that because COVID canceled it. So that was, we did so well, and that cost me money. So and guys, I've already worked out twice this morning, guys, just to let you know. I'll never forget, I was at Baha Mar. We hit the Hideki on Thursday, and I want to say Friday was the Big East tournament, and I had the St. John. It was St. John's versus somebody, maybe Georgetown over. And the first half flew over, and the game was going over by like 30 points. And they fucking canceled the game at halftime. That's when shit started getting canceled. That was, my ticket was a refund. That was the worst fucking time ever. Not only was that was the dumbest. I mean, you look back on it, that was the dumbest time in human history. The dumbest time on human history was when COVID was first starting. People were so stupid. It was a great time to be smart. We had some fun during COVID. You know, I gave out what, Penn at $5 a share, and it went up to 75. We sold that. That was I made a lot of money on that, but it was a fun time. But it showed you how dumb people are. The March Madness package. I mean, right now there's only one college basketball package, so it's like the rest of this week plus March Madness. I think it's I actually got to lower the price like $10 right now. Right now there's one college basketball package, and it's $389.99, and that includes March Madness. So on Sunday that will be $319 for $309 for the tournament. So do I have any? If you guys know I have Bitcoin because I've been tweeting about that shit I've been tweeting about Bitcoin for years. And I have Bitcoin because I bet with Bitcoin. With Bet Online, I bet with Bitcoin. So, would I have a lot of Bitcoin if I didn't bet with it? Probably not. My friend actually on here, my friend who you guys know, Triple Comma, he actually runs a crypto hedge fund. He runs a crypto hedge fund, so he was just telling me, I think he made $500,000 in some Pepe coin. He made $500,000. Like the last. Get. I will have NHL tonight, yes. I know McDavid plays tonight. Colorado plays tonight also. That was one of my cats. Listen, Edmonton, the McDavid, I mean, he should still get 1.5 points, but McKinnon is definitely more reliable, just because the Avalanche are so deep, whereas the Oilers, it's more of like the first line, second line. I think Bitcoin We'll definitely hit 100,000. I think it's going to stay right now at 72,000 for a little while. Maybe we'll see it come back down. I honestly, hopefully, selfishly, I hope Bitcoin drops back down, right? I want Bitcoin back down in like 40K. People have been saying Bitcoin's going to 1 million by, a lot of people say a lot of shit, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. I think Bitcoin is like bullish on like Donald Trump winning the election, and Republicans are more crypto friendly, whereas like you have people like Elizabeth Warren who want to shut Bitcoin down, right? So I don't know, we'll see. Elizabeth Warren is a clown, that's for sure. But anyways, I don't have any feel about the St. Joe's versus George Mason game. McKinnon's playing the Canucks tonight, so playing a tough defense on a back-to-back. The better play there might be like Rantanen over a half an assist, minus 120, say. But I'm not sure I'll play McKinnon tonight. I probably will, but I'd rather play McDavid tonight, coming off a night off. McDavid's coming off a night of rest, and they're playing the Capitals. So college basketball, I'm not gonna be on the first game, so I'll probably have a play for. I might be on Virginia Tech. I'm not sure yet. So, actually, I might take the Virginia Tech Florida State over. Just because Florida State's been running lately, they don't have, and their defense sucks. So, and Virginia Tech's been scoring in the 80s. Their last 3 games, they're in the 80s. So, might play the over there. But if I play anything, it'll be out by 11:30. Florida Gators football team, I would play the full game over. My thoughts on the Florida Gators football team, they're going to have a tough year next year. That's for sure. But if Mario Cristobal loses to the Gators in game 1, just get rid of him. Gators have no business beating the Hurricanes the first game. So we'll see what happens. Gators lost a lot of players. They lost a lot of talent, though. So West Virginia has been, they had a surprising year last year. So I can see it. I can't really talk that bad about the Hurricanes anymore. So I reserve my Hurricanes comments now. My sister is getting married to a kid. His dad's on the board of trustees for the Hurricanes. So he's friends with Mario, so I just don't say anything bad anymore about Mario. But I can't promise next year if he starts crappy that I can't say anything. So we shall see. Jim Larinaga. I appreciate, I appreciate Larinaga going to the Elite Eight and then the Final Four back-to-back years. But to have all that talent you had this year, and then you start out like the Hurricanes started out like 14-5 this year. They looked really good. I mean, they won the Bahamar Invitational. They beat Kansas State they beat the crap out of Kansas State. Looked very good early. And then it's just like they quit. I don't know what it was. They just quit. They stopped caring. Every game they lost, they were a favorite. They quit. That's exactly why I took Boston College yesterday. And that's like without any thinking. Boston College, I was like, damn, Boston College plus 2.5. I mean, the Hurricanes, when they lost to there's a couple of games they lost that was just like, wow. Getting swept by Florida State. And they paid that Matthew Cleveland guy like a couple $100,000 for NIL. I'd ask for a refund if I was them, Guys shouldn't get $1. Fucking garbage. They had to have paid him like at least $100,000, I would say, right? The 37 points against Virginia, that might have been the breaking point. Hey, get. That might have been the breaking point. Yeah, he was all right with that, but I don't know. I don't know why they paid him, to be honest. Come here. Someone asked to show off the. Yeah, here's a little terrorist right here. She's a terrorist. She's a rescue cat. I have a few cats, so she's just one of them. Get. Anyways. Let's talk about the TPC Sawgrass. Right? TPC Sawgrass, guys, starts tomorrow. Par 72, 7,200 yards. All right. The last year's winner. Get. Hey, knock it off. Get. Last year's winner, Scotty Scheffler, big surprise there, 17 under. 22, obviously, Cameron Smith won. 21, JT. 19, Rory, because the 2020 champion is officially, in my eyes, it's Hideki Matsuyama after it was canceled after one round. 2018, Webb Simpson, 18 under. 17, Siwoo Kim. 2016, Jason Day. 2015, Ricky Fowler. This course is obviously, it can be a very tough course, like if the wind picks up. As we saw a couple years ago with the weather, the year Cameron Smith won. It can be a very, very tough course when the wind picks up. I don't think we're anticipating much bad weather this week. But the two top stats for me are the approach and driving accuracy. So you want to look for a guy who is accurate off the tee and a guy who's a very good strokes gained on the approach. Who is that right now? You just look at the little, the database right here. Scotty Scheffler's third in both, right? Scotty Scheffler's first in approach from 125 to 200 yards. I think Scotty Scheffler moved up about 20 places in his putting off last week's performance. So Scheffler is obviously looking pretty strong coming into this. Rory is a no bet moving forward. Yeah, Rory. We got a max play on Rory. Top 10. I think he's 8th place heading into the final round, and I don't even know what Rory was doing. It's like he just figured he wasn't going to win, and he just went like YOLO, right? I don't know what he was doing. He just started out bogey, and the fifth hole or whatever, the one over the water, he just went for the green in 2, and I was saying to myself, if he goes for the green in 2, he's like, it's tough to hit that green in 2, right? I'm thinking if he goes for it in 2, he's just like YOLO, right? And he puts it like 20 yards into the water. His second shot makes like a 7, I think, on a 5. So just crumbled from there. In typical Rory fashion, he went like 200 on the back 9, but he's a no bet for me. He is very overhyped. He had a great, he's had a great career, but he hasn't really done much the last 5 years. So he is what he is. So let's take a look at these numbers. Where is Rory? Let's go. All right, there we go. Rory started to he honestly sounds like he's going to live, to be honest. Yeah, that's what he's sounded like lately. So, all right, guys, we'll look at the first, few golfers. Scotty Scheffler, obviously, he's been bet down. He has been bet down majorly the last few days since he won. He's down plus 550. Someone said they had him plus 450. You can see Scotty, as I said, the two most important stats for me here are strokes gains on the approach and strokes gained off the tee. Scotty's third in both of those. He's also first in approach from 125 to 200 yards, and he's number 1 in greens and regulations. Scotty, first at the API last week, 10th at the Genesis, 3rd at the Waste Management. He won this tournament in 2023, got 55th in 22, which doesn't really matter. Rory, all right, Rory is number 1 on strokes gained off the tee, right, which is one of the 2 most important factors here, but he's 108th in strokes gained on the approach. So his irons have just been pure trash. He's 124th from 125 to 200 yards on the approach. So, I mean, that is terrible, obviously. Definitely going to pass on Rory here unless I can get a matchup, Scotty versus Rory. Let's see. Do we have a Scotty versus Rory head-to-head matchup this week? Because if we do, Scotty Scheffler would be a hammer play. So let's check draft. Let's check Hard Rock right now. I don't want to see JT win. JT acts like a little entitled baby. I don't see any. I'm looking on draft. Like Hard Rock didn't have it, so I'll look on DraftKings. Yeah, DraftKings has Scotty minus 215 against Rory. I don't see how that loses, but I just can't bet something minus 215. I do love Scotty top 10 minus 140 at the Hard Rock. Wyndham Clark, he's decent. There's a big gap between these guys and Scotty Scheffler. All right. Wyndham Clark here. He's 20th off the tee. He's 24th in approach. He's 36th from 125 to 20 yards. He got 27th here last year. He missed the cut the 2 previous years. So his course history here, his track record is not great. So I can see betting Wyndham for like a top 20, but probably not going to take him to win. I really think the only 2 bets I'm going to make for people to win are, let's see. I want to take Hideki Matsuyama to win and Scotty Scheffler. That's probably it. I'm not a big pre-tournament outright person, right? So Doug Gim, let's check him out. Doug Gim, he's 16th off the tee. He's 14th in approach. Second from 125 to 200 yards. So he definitely fits the bill here. He did miss the cut last year, but he got 6th place in 2022 and 29th in 2021. So maybe last year he was just having a bad day or something like that. So, or a bad, 2 days. But yeah, Doug Gim, I'd definitely say, what is he, top 20? I'd definitely say Doug Gim plus 330 for a top 20 is definitely a pretty good value. He's got some strong metrics when you're looking at this coming in. And coming in, he's playing very well. 16th, 8th, 12th. And like I said, he got 6th place here in 2022. And he meets all the metrics in the stroke gain off the tee and the approach. So yeah, it's a good play. I also think $6,800 for DraftKings for the salary. That's pretty good. I'd definitely rather have Doug Gim than Ben on right now, right? So it's a good call right there. Matsuyama, top 30 plus 100. Yeah, I love that. That's a good play. The problem with it, it's hard for me to give out top 30s because people are like, I don't have that in my sportsbook. I only have top 20. And they bitch at me, So I definitely think Matsuya on the top 30 plus 100. I mean, that's pretty decent value right there for a guy who's playing, very good golf coming into the year and who has a good track record here, right? He's got, let's pull him up. 12th of the API, first of the Genesis, 22nd at the Waste Management, 5th year last year. 2022 didn't play. 21 he missed the cut. 20, like I said, he was the first round leader before cancellation. He broke the course record, I believe. 19, 8th place. So he's got a good track record here. He is 59th off the tee right now and 56 on the approach. So he doesn't really fit like those metrics per se, but I think Hideki, when he gets hot, I mean, there's not a lot of people like him. So another guy that I'm probably going to avoid this week is Jordan Spieth. Not having a great year. 30th at the API, TQ'd at the Genesis, 6th at the Waste Management. Got 19th here last year, and he's missed the cut 2 out of the last 4 years. So Jordan's, his track record here is not great. He's 82nd off the tee, and he's 119th right now in approach. So, also struggling coming in here. Sam Burns, I'd rather play Sam Burns right now than Jordan Spieth. Sam Burns off the tee, 19th, approach 64th, but his putting, he's 3rd. His approach from 125 to 200, he's 12th. And his putting from 8 to 20 feet, he's 2nd. So Burns playing pretty decent coming in here. 30th at the API, 10th at the Genesis, 3rd at the Waste Management. 35th here last year, 26th in 2022. So maybe look at Sam Burns for a top 20. Another guy here who has some success. This guy has some success early in the events here. Like a first round leader or stuff like that. Tommy Fleetwood. He usually comes out pretty hot here. He does fall off, after that, but he's got a good track record here. He's got, let's see, 7th here, 2018 and 2019. 27th last year, 22nd in 2022. He missed the cut in 2021. Tommy Fleetwood. Although his approach game is just terrible right now. He missed the cut last week at the API on the 5th hole, par 5. He had a 10 on the par 5. He put it into the water 3 times. So he did have a weekend full of rest as he didn't make the cut. So that might give him a little edge headed into this week. So Tommy might be a good guy to look at for top 20 plus 180. But that's just based upon how he's played here before, not really his current form. One guy who I do like for a top 20 for sure is Shane Lowry plus 180. 47th off the tee, 11th on the approach, 3rd at the API, 4th at the Cognizant, 35th here last year, 13th in 2022, 8th in 21. I believe in 2022 he had the ace, I believe, when it was very windy. And one day I believe he had an ace and he was just in the cut. I'm sorry, he was just in the chase coming down at the end. I didn't really give any free plays. This site is Bet the Number Golf. I'm not sure you can get like a membership right now. I think it still might be in beta, but Novak has been playing some really good golf. He's more of like a top 20 guy though for me. Like I'm not, so I wish the Hard Rock would let us do a lot of stuff. The Hard Rock's golf odds suck. Their golf option, their odds don't suck. The options suck. So, yeah, bet the number. It just started like, this is a newer site. It just came out like a couple months ago. Where they partnered with the PGA. I mean, I like Hideki obviously more top 30, but top 20 I can see. Obviously. I like bet the number better than data golf. Data golf is just too rigid around the corners. I like Shane Lowry for top 20. That's what you're asking. Morikawa, he's playing some shitty golf. Very bad. Jake Knapp, I feel like he'll drop off a little bit as the season goes on. I think the grind of the PGA Tour will probably get to him. So probably won't be playing Jake Knapp much. Top Aussie. We played Minwoo Lee last week. I thought we had it in the bag, but he fell apart in the 4th round. Take a look at top Aussie right now. Let's see. I'm definitely not betting Jason Day. I'll probably either take Minwoo Lee or, Adam Scott has a decent track record here, so maybe Adam Scott. Definitely not Jason Day, though. Morikawa has been terrible, though, lately. Let's take a look at his numbers. 54th off the tee, 7th on the approach, but his putting is terrible. 110th in strokes gained putting. He's just a little better than Rory. Rory 114th putting. But back to Colin, miscut at the API, 19th at the Genesis, 13th here last year. Missed the cut the year before, 14th in 2021. The problem with Colin, I think, is he's not playing. It doesn't seem like he's playing a lot of golf, right? I wouldn't touch him at 28-1 to win. That's for sure. And plus 140 doesn't really intrigue me, much for a top 20. So, for top 20s, I like Shane Lowry, Sam Burns. I'm interested to see how Will Zalatoris plays this week. Maybe Cameron Young, top 20, I could see. He's 9th off the tee. He's 29th in strokes gained approach, 16th from 125 to 200 yards. 36th at the API, 4th at the Cognizant, 16th at the Genesis, 8th at the Waste Management. 51st year last year. He missed the cut in 2022. So Cameron Young plus 225, top 20. I might take a bite out of that. We already talked to Wyndham Clark. Corey Connors, top 20. Looks fairly nice. 21st off the tee, 4th on the approach, 33rd from 125 to 200. 7th place here in 2021. Tony Finau, 11th off the tee, 2nd on the approach, 7th, 125 to 200. 10th greens and regulation, 13th at the Mexico Open, 19th at the Genesis. hasn't been playing much golf lately. He's only played 2 out of the last 5 events, so he's well rested coming into here. Tony is very streaky, but at plus 230, with these numbers, I'll probably definitely take Tony for a top 20. Another guy, top 20, Tom Hoagie, who's a fan of the program. What's up, Charlie Hoagie, if he's watching? Tom Hoagie, 58th off the tee right now, but he's first on the approach. Strokes gained approach is first. 23rd from 125 to 200 yards. He's got 12th at the API, 28th at the Cognizant, 8th at the Genesis, 17th at the Waste Management. So 3 out of his last 4 events, top 20s. 3rd place here last year, 33rd in 2022, 22nd and 21, 30th in 19. So it's pretty consistent here. So top 30 bet for Tom Hoagie is 100%. I'm going to bet that. He is. Plus 140, top 30 all day. All day, I will take that. We just talked about Tony Finau. Do I make any money from having YouTube over 1,000 subscribers? Not that I'm aware of. But people watch and they sign up, so what's PayPal really gonna pay? So I'm not too big on Victor Hovland. Victor Hovland, he was playing great golf last year. He made a coaching change. I don't really understand that one. You're playing the best golf of your career last year and you make a swing coach change. Like, why would you do that one? Do you need to make a swing coach change? Right? So I'm playing the Florida State Virginia Tech over, so I'll put that in the room in a little while. Eric Cole, you want to talk about? Okay. Eric Cole. Just from looking at the numbers, the 2 most important metrics we've talked about, strokes gained on the tee and strokes gained on the approach. He's 67th and 113th. So that disqualifies him from my card. All right. He's 21st at the API. He missed the cut at the Cognizant. 10th at the Genesis, 49th at the Waste Management, 27th here last year, and he has not played it other than last year with a 27th place finish. He hasn't been driving the ball great. He's been terrible on the approach. He's 130th in greens in regulation. Just 1 place ahead of Justin Rose, so he's not playing very, very well right now. I'd definitely probably pass on Eric Cole. Though, plus 200 for a top 30. He's talented enough for that, but he's not playing great golf. I like to pick guys who are I like to play guys who are playing great golf coming in. Right, I think there's good value on Eric Van Rooyen right now. Eric Van Rooyen, 23rd off the tee, 19th on the approach. His last few events, he's got 25th, 2nd, 8th. He got 13th place here in 2022 after he missed last year. So he has a one tournament here. He's got 13th. He's playing his best golf probably of his career coming in. I'll definitely take Eric Van Rooyen plus 225 for top 30. I might even sprinkle the top 20 at plus 400 for like a half unit. Russell Henley this week. Let's check him out. Henley is like the ultimate average golfer, right? And just he doesn't seem like he's very good at like any aspects of the game, and he just somehow like grinds out like top 20s. He's 76th off the tee and 114th on the approach. That's a canceler right there for me. He got 4th at the API, 41st at the Cognizant, 24th at the Genesis. He got 19th here last year and 13th here the year before. He missed the cut 3 times before that. So, I mean, if you want to take him top 30 plus 100, yeah, I could see that. But top 20, I'm not really interested. Pretty sure I can what? Sam Burns has been playing well. We talked about him. First round leader, Hideki Matsuyama, Scotty Scheffler. All right. Matsuyama does well in the first round, so Rory does well in first rounds. When he wants to, seems to fall off after that, but probably taking Scotty for the first round leader and Matsuyama. Maybe Tom Hoagie also. Brian Harman, he's not really playing great golf right now, so I'll probably pass on him. But Cameron Young, yeah, we talked about him already. Top 20, Cameron Young. Top 20 plus 225. Probably on that. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here soon. Also, I got something in my eye bugging me. Anybody got any last questions? So the PGA card, the info will be out at like 5 p.m. No, I'm not touching Kansas because Kansas, they can play at home and it seems like anywhere else they play, they just suck. Any adversity, Kansas folds. And I mean, what's that show you? Kansas is the underdog to Cincinnati, right? So, yeah, Panthers game was great last night. That's the first thing we talked about. This Panthers team is very good, and they are very tough. Keith Mitchell, I won't be playing him. Aaron Ryan, I don't see it. Aaron Ryan, I think I had a max play on him last year, maybe 2 years ago, where he screwed me. I don't like how he wears those stupid gloves. Two gloves, it's a little stupid. But. Champions League goal scorer parlay. Well, let's take a look. These aren't the kind of teams that I like to play the first goal scorer. I mean, not first goal scorer, but anytime goal scorer when it's like Mbappe with Harry Kane and stuff like that. I'm not gonna do it. I won't be doing a goal scorer parlay today. McDavid and McKinnon over a half assist parlay plus one. It's 127 on Hard Rock. I like that. Hopefully McKinnon's got a little bit of little left in the tank, since they did play last night. BYU. BYU. I like BYU. They'll be fresh, it is an early tip off for BYU though, so I'm not going to play that game. The Canucks, the Canucks started out so hot and they kind of fell off a little bit. I'm not going to play Max Homa. He's not playing very well this year, so. McKinnon is a money printer. If you just parlay McKinnon over 1.5 points with Rantanen to have an assist every game, you become a multimillionaire. Chase, you can rewatch this. It's saved. We only missed McDavid once when we played him, and then once he missed, he didn't have 2 points. We didn't play him that game though. So, but anyways, guys, all right, we've been on here an hour, so you can go back and watch this if you want. It's saved. But I'll definitely be playing outrights on Scotty Scheffler. And I'm not betting Scotty Scheffler pre-tournament. I am betting Scotty Scheffler. I'm going to take a look at his odds before he tees off at 1:40 p.m. or whatever. So hopefully somebody starts pretty fast, comes out to a hot start. I'll probably be. No, the person said that McDavid and McKinnon over a half assist parlay pays plus 127 on the Hard Rock. And I agree with that bet. Andres gave that out. So Andres is responsible for that, but I co-sign that bet. Avs, the only thing that scares me with the Avs is they played last night, so. But they're more talented than the Canucks, so. Anyways, guys, nice chat. We're going to have a max matchup probably on this package, so. Yeah, most teams are good at home and, 50-50 on the road. Except for like Kansas basketball. It's great at home and terrible on the road. Pretty much every Big 12 basketball team is terrible on the road. So I'll be playing, like I said, the Florida State. I'll be playing the Florida State Virginia Tech game over at 12. 12:30. The game starts at 12. 12 o'clock. So we got a little noon action. I appreciate you, Web3 Smash on X. Yeah, the Stars were like minus 3,500 last night live. So the Panthers were like plus 1,800, I think, in the third with 10 minutes left. I would play Sam Burns over Tommy Fleetwood. Like I said, Tommy Fleetwood. Sometimes he starts out hot here, but he kind of fades. I think Burns is the much more consistent player at this point in their careers. Florida State, Virginia Tech over. Yep. So, all right, guys. The PGA room will be at it around by 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you sign up for the package, you don't get it by 5 p.m. Eastern. Check your junk or your spam mail. I might have went into there, but have a great day, everybody. I think I think maybe this weekend we'll do a live. Maybe on Friday we'll do like a live stream. The cleaning lady's coming. Maybe we'll do a live stream for the players this week. So, we'll see. But have a great Wednesday, guys. Remember to get your workouts in, all right? And go adopt some pets. And have a good Wednesday, all right, guys? I'll see you guys later.